Special match first practice. Combo try. A new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Chasing them down, peppering them with hits and throws is the way to get them in the corner. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Drive gauge is at the limit for both fighters. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Is it time to go on the offensive, or will they try to turtle up? Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Player 1 chases them down. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks with a medium kick. Decides to meet them in the air. Yoga float. The jump in is denied. Player 1 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Turns them up Inferno to turn up the heat. Wow, that's some big time damage there. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Yoga float. Where's this going? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 is dominant. They were not cleared for takeoff. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Low heavy. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Checks with a meat going on the offensive. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Nails the anti-air. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going, keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Thrilling time! Let the Yoga Inferno rip! A quick breather. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Both fighters planning experiencing burnout. Locks them, finds the target! Gotta be careful not to whip at the low. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Hanging on for dear life.
Take this.
Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Dawson wins.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be the prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Grabs them, knockdown. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Taking stock. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Burnout activates. In there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps. Can't tech the throw. Combo with the target combo. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Both fighters have brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Going in, jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Their pick delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Hit them with a stop and pop. He looking to impress with this super. What now? Life lead is there, but still anyone's in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Shows a medium kick, rushes that off and keeps going. Medium kick hit. Experiencing burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up.
Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Turning it right up with a super. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Knocked up out of the air. Medium kick into. Crowns him from above. All the throw connects. Both absolutely refusing. Oh, the drive impact hit from punish. Driving last flame cooks them up good. Ugh, take a. This can lead to some big damage. They gotta dig down. Clutch, anti-air. Player 1 can't hit. It's over. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Chase things up with a fireball. Gets a risky buff in. Good job. Block crushes that off and keeps going. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Heats it up with a combo into super. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Burnout activates. Spins it on the super art. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Brushes off the impact. Grabs them. Good work staying in throw range there. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out this. Hits them with a stop and bomb. This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Going in. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Time to reassess the situation? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Smart play with the throw. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Jumps it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They gotta be burns out. What now? Nothing stops this train. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Connects with the throw. Drive effect flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Gotta do this. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Starts with a jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use the perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there.
is a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Does a good job of pushing back. Throws them to negate the block. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Did well to get the buff in there. Jumps up, caught in the cross-up. Taking stock. We're in the final moments of the round. Both fighters are playing around with a full drive gauge too. Holds out with the block. A quick breather. Risky up-close scrap still going. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. The jump-in is denied. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Still very early in the round. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 2 muscles that off and keeps going. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. A super art? They're experiencing burnout. Closes the gap. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Hopes with a medium kick. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Barely blocks the jump in. Saihasho to start something? Burnout pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh, the throw connects. A quick breather. Wow, reads the counterattack. Player 1 needs to use. This is gonna hurt. Throws them. What's next? Just go for it. What are they gonna do? The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block. There's a flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hopes with a medium kick. Okay, they trade hits. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. The impact gets blocked. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Trips them up. Grabs them. Closes the gap for the grab. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game now. It gets hold your breath. The punish counter gives them a great KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. That drive impact is blocked. Forcefully closes the gap. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. What a reaction to go air to air. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. So, what's next? Brushes that off and keeps going. Pokes with a medium kick. Throws a fireball. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. A quick breather. Super clutch. Ooh, what a smart throw. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? The drive impact doesn't work. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What'll happen here? Closes in. Impact squashed. Dangerous range here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Feel that pressure. The next touch made this anti-air in the clutch. We're down, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Breaks through with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The jump in is denied. The drive impact doesn't work. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Flame burns out. Excellent read. What were they thinking? Lands the super. Time for dessert. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Knocked them out of the air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Nothing stops this train. There's the burnout. What's next? Solid anti-air. Grab them. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Dumps them. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump, drops him hard. Ooh, brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to puff up while they can. Knockdown. No good up high. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Player 1 chases them down. Gets the jump in. Throws them to negate the block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they do this down to the wire? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Projectile to try and change the situation. From up above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Beats it up with a combo into super. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters planning something? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Parry! Just goes for it at this range. The throw missed. What'll happen here? Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2 is barely... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Clutch anti-air. The drive impact doesn't work. Almost... There's a burnout. What are they gonna do? Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Just go for it! Oh, here we go. It closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Rushes in. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Good distance for a shot. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? This can lead to some big damage. Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Somehow manages to block the jump in. So, what's next? Jump! Sets up with the jump in. Hits that with confidence.
Bring in the heat.
Will this be enough to kill? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash pumps the brakes on the impact. Flatline zone. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Choose a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Gotta do this.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance with that jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Spends a little drive gauge here to go on the offensive. Blocks the jump-in. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Reads their mind and techs a throw. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Denies the low heavy. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Nails the anti-air. Feeling out the spacing. Oh, easy tech. Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Solid throw tech. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Does a good job of pushing back. That's some big juicy damage. Hits him with a stop and pop. Whiffs with that huge attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? What's the next move? Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Player 2 will need to play it experiencing burnout. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Brushes that off and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. They're thinking of scoring big off this cage use. They can't squander this punish counter chance. 20 seconds left. What do they both plot? This is gonna hurt. Little time left. What's the play here? Oh, the drive attack closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Rodrigo brushes that off and keeps going. Beautiful setup with that attack. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets the jump in. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Fantastic reactions there. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. They may need to spend some meter here in order to close out this round. They both back off to refocus. Who will make... just goes for it at this range. Gets the jump in. Going in. Whiffs with that huge KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Challenge from above. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Both fighters planning something? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 2 hits him with a stop and pop. Going in? Confirm on the impact. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The no-fly zone. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. What'll happen here? Jumps up. There's a change of side. Charges forward. Smart play with the throw. Jumps in. Can they create an opportunity? Impact squat. They're in range. We gotta see it. Experiencing burnout. Perfect execution. Breaks through with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Low heavy. That was a solid anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Nails the anti-air. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Long low attack hits. Smart stuff, hoping at that range to zone the opponent. Looking for a chance. Gets the jump in. Rushes that off and keeps going. Uses the gauge for a super arm. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather.
Slams on the brace and shuts out the counter.
Oh, stun! Bad news is on the way.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
Drops him hard. Gets the tip with the low heavy. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Intercept preparations complete.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Punish counter. This could be KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Both fighters want to establish some hits them with a stop and pop. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Fires without warning. Time to reassess the situation? Doing some quick planning? Looks to add more pressure by parrying the projectile. Uses the parry to deal with that projectile. This may be hits him with a stop and bop. Going on the offensive? Barely blocks the jump in. A quick breather. Oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. Wow, that's some big throw. Get ready. Gotham's taking the yoga lesson to new levels of pain.
They're really gonna feel this in the morning.
A single hit will do it.
Will they gamble something here on a drive move?
Things are very tense as this exchange continues. They're in ring. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Manages to block the jump-in attack. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance.
Come on now, let me hear you say it. Shinryu. Peppa.
Bet that hurt.
Super. That's what we want.
Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Close range projectile. Who will set the bait at this range? What's next? Comet from a pop and whiffs. They're wide open. Comet to make something happen. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Drives and back misses. Comet from up high. Comet to make something happen. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Reads the jump in perfectly. A real test of nerves here. This can lead to some big damage. They gotta go. They are not going to add a bit of OD spice. No time left. Low heavy. What will be the follow-up here? Crowns them from above. Oh, there's a hit. It is over. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. All right. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open. Player 2 chases them down. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. The jump-in is denied. Brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? Oh, they can't ignore that super gauge gap. Oh, what's this? Finishes them with a drive impact. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Looking for a chance. Breaks the block with a throw. Gotta do better than that. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Yoga fire down. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Okay, here we go. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to steal? Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Who's going to break the silence first? Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Checks with a projectile. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. There's still lots of time in this round. Down to the wire. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Takes a trip. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shoots off a fireball up close. Nails the anti-air. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Time to reassess the situation? Doing some quick planning? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Anti-air drop. Digs in deep to get that drive. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation?
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see! In, view, rip-off!
Shakes things up with a fireball. They're taking a step back, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Almost no drive gauge left. This round looks like it's over.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive arc.
Burns out. There's a burnout. Lots of distance. It meets them air to air.
That was the highest if I've ever seen one.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who will come out on top in this final round? This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Player 1 comes back from the brink. Can they keep this focus? That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
They just said, get that jump in out of here.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Manages to block the jump-in attack. All the throw connects. What'll happen here? The drive impact doesn't work. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Ooh, what a smart throw.
Drops that off. Turning it right up with a super. Cashes out of a triple Jinra.
Okay, here we go. Player 2 needs to take advantage of the low. Oh, here we go. Notice and whip. They're wide open. Presses for a reaction with it.
Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Build a fire to turn up the heat.
Looking for a hole. All the throw connects.
Okay. Oh, geez, right through him.
Drive impact misses.
20 seconds left on the clock.
Feel that pressure. This round may end with a timeout.
An even risky medium kick.
Player 1
has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Intercept preparations. Complete.
reserve.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Gets through the opening. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? This is a huge chance to make them feel it. Takes a trip. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drop gets him. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Did well to get the buff in there. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player two had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Going in, uses the target combo as a filler. Whips with that huge attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. A quick breather. Blocks it. Goes for the fireball, which is reads the jump in perfectly. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. One chance here may end this match. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Sets up with the jump in. Throws him. Loss of distance here. Who's baiting who? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Keeps him out. Doesn't set the throw. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Nails the anti-air. Throws him. What's next? Steps in for the throw. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. What are they thinking here? Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks them with a projectile. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. All right, what's coming up next? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner, experiencing burnout. Yo, are they actually dead? They're not dead. This fight's not untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
preparations. Complete. preparations. Complete. Intercept preparations. Complete.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Beginning.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Grabs them. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws them to negate the block. That drive impact doesn't get through. Throws him. What's next? Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Reacts to the throw. Okay, creating some space here. Impact's a no-go. Blocks the impact. Knockdown. Checks with a medium. Back throw for the side switch. Oh god, this is tense. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ah, burnout activates. In there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Whiffs with that huge attack. Throws him. What's next? Overdrive cannon spike. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the knockdown, and now, what's the next move? Going on the offensive? Connects with medium kick. There's a change, brushes that off and keeps going. Just goes for it at this range. Spin drive, smasher time. Player one just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Looking for a chance. Excellent block. Takes. Gotta do better than that. Opts for the arrow. Player two finds the target. What'll happen? He connects with the throw. Experiencing burnout. Noticeable flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. They were expecting that drive impact. Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. They gotta make something happen to increase Mano's metal level. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. What huge chance after that wall splash. Perfect tech. Pumps nothing but air. Both are ready to pull knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. All the throw connects. This may turn into a big chance. Player, that back throw was huge. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Drive impact misses. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Heat throw is denied, what a read. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Throws them. Okay, if the drive impact doesn't work. A real test of nerves here. Who will set the bait at this range? A jump, impact, squash. Anticipated that throw. Excellent block. Gotta do better than that. Oh my God, they just choked it up. The brain on this fighter to fish for the counter in that situation. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. Execution. It is over. Player one was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ugh, scuff them. All the throw connects. They can't be shy about stocking metal levels with Mano because the counter doesn't reset between rounds. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Next up, brushes off the throw. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. What are they thinking here? Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? All right, what's coming up next? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. One chance here may end this match. Finishes them with a drive impact. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Oh, whiff the throw. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Gets a crucial back throw in. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. What's the next move? Player two can build off this lead. Hits them with a stop and bop. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What'll happen here? Hold your breath. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. All the throw connects. Jumps. And it charges forward. They are not getting close to each other. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Goes for the throw. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Gets out of the corner. Impact's a no-go. All right, what's coming up next? We are near the end. Heats it up with a combo into super. Player 2 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Nice drive impact sends them connecting to Heaven's Wi-Fi. Good sense to let it rip. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. That drive impact is blocked. Forcefully closes the gap. Goes in with the arabesque. Will that super be the turning point? What'll happen here? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Genius read. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Time to reassess the situation? Brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Knockdown and... Now, can this... Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive impact. Are we gonna see a comeback here? There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Player 2 and whiffs. They're wide open. Excellent read. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Hits them with a drive impact. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. The low is denied. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Halfway through the round now. Expect to see both fighters take it to the next level. Goes for the throw. Long low attack hits. Oh! Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. The rapid fire fist sends him up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. The fighters are running out of time. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Air slasher. They gotta hurry. Only 10 in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hit them with a stopping block. Seeing how that round wound up very close, how will both sides tackle the next? Can they keep on him? Pokes with a medium kick. Knockdown and... Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Medium kick hits. Oh, the throw connects. Going in? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player 1 will look to a block drive, in fact misses. On for the critical art. Trip them with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They hit each other. Hold your breath. Utilizes an overdrive arc there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Blocks the low heavy. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Sticks the jump in. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Reacts to the throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? The drive impact. Up into the air off the just cool. Smart play with the throw. Air slasher. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Rips the slasher out. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Not much movement, but anti-air in the clutch. Life lead, there's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. What'll happen here? Sets up with the jump in. Dangerous range here. Fires off an air slasher. In attack range. Solid anti-air. Closing moment, impact, squashed. They don't have any chisels them down. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Hits the drive. Who's going to steal this win? Jumps, grabs and throws them away. Throws them. That throw will do some good damage. Clutch anti-air. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. Turning it right up with the super. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. What are they gonna do? These fighters, the low. Oh, here we go. Nice fireball. Player 2, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Connects with the throw. Excellent block. Low heavy, but no go. Ooh, what a smart blow. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They're in range. With solid anti-air. strike! What's next? Gotta do better than that! Ooh, crushes the shins! Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna bumps him hard? But breaking them shins with the low heavy. Oh, you're grounded! Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Rips the slasher out. Creates an opening with the low heavy. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. What's the play here? No good up high. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 chases him down. Sticks the combo. Gets the knockdown, and now can't tech the throw. I can't keep track of these corner switches. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They need to rely on their instincts here. What's the next move? Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously right now. Air slasher! I think they decided to create some distance here in order to slow down the pace a bit. Checks with a medium kick. What'll happen? Springs forward with the drive rush. The corner throw ends it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for it all, but just misses. Goes for the jump in. Shows a medium kick. Pokes with a medium kick. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Blocks it. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Barely blocks the jump in. From low heavy to... Ooh, does him dirty. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. But the drive impact doesn't work. And whips, they're wide open. Cashes out the cage right there.
Hey!
Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Couldn't finish them off. Can they still take the round? Player 1 can't use any D9. Flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Hits the drive. This is it. The low. Low heavy, but no go. Jumps in. Player 1 have got to do better than that. Excellent block to shut off the impact. Foul reads the counterattack. Solid anti-air. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Are we going to see a comeback here? This is so burns out. The low kick hits. Looking for a hold. There's a burnout. A rigged knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Pokes with a kick. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one. Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? They've gotta go. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. It is over. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best.
preparations. Complete. Intercept preparations. Complete. Intercept preparations. Complete. Intercept preparations. Complete. preparations. Complete. Intercept preparations. Complete.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
All right.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Gets the cross up.
Not done yet.
Rattles them with a beautifully placed jump in. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They're really being worked over in the corner. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decent damage. What's next? Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Checks him with a projectile. Sticks the jump in. Heading into the end game now. If Get It brings out the KO.
One more.
Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checking their reactions with a fireball. The jump in is denied. Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters want to establish themselves, so beats it up with a combo into super. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. A quick breather. Player one will need to play burnout activates. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Barely blocks the jump in. Gets scooped from down low. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Flashes him. Both fighters planning something? Their life is hanging by uses the gauge for a super art. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for the jump in. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Blocks the jump in. The quarter makes it hard. Hold your breath. They cancel out each other's move. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. The jump in is denied. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Combo with the target combo. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. KO. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. We are at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. They exchange blows. Barely block throws them. Knockdown and hits them with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. A real test closes it out. Player two brings it home.